waiting for him to ready up. Did he join another Discord call?
No, I'm still here. That was the intro. Congratulations, I'm leaving it in.
Oh my goodness!
Oh shit, this is gonna be great. YouTube, welcome to Executive Assault 2. We are gonna be casting a match today, and we're gonna fight. Where did Hank go? Is Hank gone? He's just.
That's what I said. I think he went to the other server.
I thought
or another. Yeah.
You.
What?
Why did he leave? What?
Well, you've casted before. You've had us in separate chats, so I think that's why he left.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't know. But can I give the bit of the backstory between me and the Hank?
Yes. Has the game started?
Waiting for him to ready up.
Okay. Yeah. Go ahead. Go ahead and give the video backstory to what's happening here.
Hello, YouTube. All right, so me and Hank, we've had some 1v1s in the past in this game, and this is the 1v1 between us to settle all 1v1s. So whoever wins this match, oh yeah, this is the tiebreaker. We're both 2-2 on each other, and whoever wins this match is the MVP between us two.
You guys heard it here. Whoever the loser of this match is the other's bitch.
Basically, I'm holding his pocket for him.
Yeah.
Or he's holding or he's holding my pocket.
No, you already said it. It's too late. It's too late.
I am going to win this.
It's too late. It's too late.
I'm putting it ready up, brother.
I'm putting that in the quotes.
He's going to be going through hell.
Yeah.
Is he in here, Lance? Can you go in there and tell him to ready up?
On the stream?
Huh?
Wait,
he's not in a voice chat. He's just gone.
Oh, well, fuck. Can someone just message him?
Oh,
there he is. There he is.
Oh, Jesus Christ!
There he is.
My computer is like, I knew my shit was acting funny, but it's been
y'all big gay
all night. So like,
it's Ricky.
All
right, it's Ricky. I mean, in that note, I'm gonna leave. We're recording, so I'm gonna go ahead and let these two start. Oh God!
Hold on, don't start
it.
Don't start it.
Okay.
Don't start it. All right, don't start it.
I restarted my computer, so I got to turn on my shadow again.
Sorry, stream. It looks like we're gonna have another 10-minute delay.
You know what the best part is? You know what the best part is? You know the best part is I'm not even streaming. You know, I'm not even streaming. I'm just recording it, and I'm just not even gonna cut any. I'm not cutting any of this pregame shit out. It's just staying in here. It's all raw footage. That's all right. Hank missed the conversation we just had. He gets to find that out afterwards.
What did you do?
Let's just say Savage made a very enticing offer to you, and you weren't here to hear it.
What was your offer, big dog?
You're gonna have to find out.
Basically, whoever's the victor of this is the other one's bitch.
Oh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
He offered to hold your pocket for you.
That is not what I said.
That's not what I did.
That's not what I meant to say, YouTube. All right.
What you said. It's in the quotes channel. I have it recorded for.
I hate it here, man. I hate it here.
Oh shit. Oh, we should also probably mention these two are having a grudge match, but also we're going to be following very closely the adventures of Lance, who has never played as an Executron before. So rather than contributing to the progress of one or the other, he's going to join one of them at random, and he's just going to go off on an adventure and do his own thing, and receive no help from them about how to play, because they're focusing on their 1v1, and it's got to be a balance match, which means he can't actually do a whole lot to help anyways. But because he's so new at Executroning, which is to say that he hasn't Executron before, we're just occasionally going to completely abandon the 1v1 to look and see what Lance is getting up to and laugh at him. It's going to be fine. It's going to be great. Lance, what are your thoughts on this? Do you feel...
What?
No
Sorry.
pressure. Nope.
Hey, start the game.
He just wasn't even paying any attention.
Alrighty, here we go.
I was not. I'll be honest. I was not paying attention there for a second.
That's brilliant. I know exactly what you're doing.
Yeah.
Lance, check your Discord messages from me.
Oh, yeah, of course.
They're plotting.
Directions on how to play the game. No, not plotting.
I know.
Yeah, he said join him.
Wait.
Join whoever you want.
Okay. Are you guys?
You already-
You guys started already?
You'll
You
know
guys-
my company name. It's
All right.
literally my name.
All
Yep.
right.
Yeah.
You guys go ahead and start. I'm going to disconnect for the cast. As soon as I see that the game has no longer in setup, I will join and start casting as an observer. You guys have fun and enjoy. I will occasionally come back into the voice chat to hear what you guys are thinking. This should be great. I love the 10-minute intro. All right. Go ahead and start, fuckers.
We're
All right. We're going to leave them to it. It has started. Oh, God, that was good. I'm just leaving all that in. I'm not cutting the damn thing out. It's going to be great. We're going to lose half the viewers in the first 5 minutes because the game won't have started, but it's fine. All right. So, in our 1v1 match here, this 1v1 grudge match, as you heard Savage explain, we have Spy faction for Science in the green, starting in the bottom right corner, and then Hank in the yellow playing a Science rather than Spy, starting in the top left. Let's go ahead and observe. Let's look at our galaxy setup here while these guys get started with their early build orders in this map. In this game, it always takes you a hot minute to get started. Let's go ahead and see what we've got going on in terms of resources. So each player looks like they have a free expansion that contains a large energen, carbon, metal ore, asteroids, and ancient ancient energen outpost. Is that mirrored on the other side? Yes, it is. All right. The middle side systems have energen, carbon, and metal again. The top right and bottom left corners have two large metal or asteroids, a large energen, nebula cluster, and a listening outpost. Mirrored, yeah. And in the very, very center, we have a strategic missile, another asteroid, a rocket base, another metal, another carbon, and another energen. This is an incredibly, incredibly resource-dense map. I happen to know that they threw this map together in like 5 minutes before the match, so this is going to get crazy. This is a lot of resources here. I think, honestly, Hank may even be at an advantage here as Science just because of the amount of asteroids he can expand to for free, whereas, yeah, Savage is going to be having to expand using his teleprobes. He's only going to be able to harvest from so many asteroids at once unless he really puts money into getting these getting some teleminers up dedicated to it. Let's go ahead and see what Hank is up to as our Science player here in terms of the early game. It looks like we're going to be going double research, robot printer into shipyards, and probably double command outpost. Yep, he's going to go into double command outpost, go for an early expansion. Probably going to build some early game ships. This double research here is interesting in lieu of the goods factory. He's going to skip a goods factory in favor of double research. Means he's going to be behind on promotion, ahead in terms of his research, meaning his tier 1 tech is going to be very far ahead. Very classic Hank maneuver. If you've seen any of my other games that I play with him, whether it's Subcom or Bar, especially Bar, you know Hank loves himself a good tier 1 play. Going to see these mining outpost ships coming up. They're going to go travel to the respective asteroids and get mining operations set up for Hank. Both command cores already out and producing. Shipyard has been demolished. Save the power. He's going to put all 3 shipyards probably on this first outpost here, if I had to guess. Robot printer already coming up. He's probably going to get into an early teleprobe, or excuse me, an early gateway probe. Try to get some expansion and take control of some of these neutral outposts. Let's go check on Savage. What has Savage got going on here as our spy player? We have double teleminer, early Spectre coming out, probably going to be used to clear the neighboring systems of raiders in an attempt to secure some early resources. We do not see command outposts out yet. Oh yes, we do. It's because he's already built one of them at least. Let's see, and that second one being sent to the bottom right system here with a teleprobe. Now he is going to find that this one raid ship here is going to present a little bit of a threat to one of these. He should keep an eye on this. If he loses that ship to that one raider, that is going to be embarrassing, but also pretty devastating for his early game economy. Spy really needs these outposts, really needs these teleprobes. Gonna find this system here for some early expansion. Research being thrown down on his first outpost here rather than shipyards. An additional research on his main base. Double teleminer up. Triple infantry production up as well. He's going for let's see. This kind of looks like a pretty standard all-around build, honestly. And then we have the Adventures of Lance here, standing in the middle of the Executron Bay, probably trying to figure out what the hell he's supposed to do. Hopefully, Lance is at least told by Savage how to get into the Starfighter. But Lance can't rely on that too much because Savage just got a match to focus on. We'll see how this plays out. In case you guys can't tell, this is kind of just a for fun match. This isn't a serious game or nothing. They are just playing around. We're having a good time, and I wanted to play or cast some Executive Assault because I haven't done that in a while. Been lots of 3v1 brutal AI videos here lately, but today I thought I would do something just a little bit different. There's Lance trying to get into that Starfighter. We're gonna see what he gets up to, what kind of shenanigans he gets up to. Do any of your players have expanded to these neighboring systems yet? No. Oh, Hank's going for something interesting. We may actually see Hank. So let's look at our map layout here. So if we take a look here, getting to the enemy player actually takes a while. These two systems are safe. So Plarxis and Zertan are safe for Savage in the green. For Hank in the yellow is Science, Dolos, and Farlock. But Dolos and Plarxis can still be reached via wormhole connection. Is that correct? Yeah. So you can slash some of that travel time down by using wormholes. Although, actually, yeah, they would have to come through the center system in order for the wormhole connection to matter. So really, we've got this. So we've got wormhole connections from Majoran to Barker, and then from Barker to Honoria. Barker also has wormhole connections to the two side systems. So this central system, whoever takes this missile base is going to be in a very, very strong position. This rocket base is going to be an incredibly strong thing for somebody to get hold of. They're going to want to get hold of it quickly. Very quickly. I would be sending a teleprobe or a gateway probe immediately to that center system in their position. Because reaching your opponent before Tech 3 requires going through this center system. It has to go through here. Having this rocket base is going to render Tier 1 very, very cost inefficient until Deflector Defense or Shield. Well, Shields... Actually, Deflector Defense doesn't necessarily save you because the rockets are homing, so they'll bounce once and then just come back. So yeah, very, very gonna be could be a slow game here. We might be in for a longer match. Hank is expanding though in his main base. He's getting his economy up. Savage is going for Mass Oppressor and probably level 2 weaponry if I had to guess. It's a shame I'm not able to check on his research. Hopefully that's something that gets changed in the near future. There are options to host as an observer coming soon. There are some updated things happening at some point in the near future. I don't want to give too many details out on the update just yet. Just be aware that there's some cool stuff coming, yeah. We're going to wait to do a player check-in. Both these guys are sitting in the voice chat, but we're probably going to wait to do a player check-in until after the first engagement, honestly. Wait till they've seen each other. Hank finally expanding. He's going to expand immediately into Hazron. It's a good call. Going to get that early nebula gas, early metal ore. These rear systems are actually not super valuable, but the titanium production here, especially for the spy faction, is going to be valuable. Savage is going to want to do something pretty early on here, I think, as spy. Going to be hard-pressed otherwise. Science does have an advantage in late game, especially through these one choke point maps. I'm almost wondering if Savage wouldn't have been better off going as industrial. They did pick their factions deliberately. So we will see what comes of that. Ain't gonna go get this research outpost with this gateway probe, assuming he lives through the raider, and it should. Let's see. Have shields on it yet? No, but it is fast enough to just get away from the raider here. So it's going to go dock at this ancient research outpost. This research outpost is going to be pretty crucial to get a hold of. Effectively double your research, or I guess not double for these guys because they both went double research facilities early, but still going from 2 to 3 is a nice increase, and I believe that the research outpost is more effective. Anyway, teleprobe happening here somewhere. That was a recall. Let's take control of the ancient engine outpost here. Hopefully he brought those crates back. Let's see, did he bring back crates? He did. Very good. Crate's going to give some valuable bonus tech here to our spy CEO if he's brought anything good. Doesn't look like there were too many on there. Having this teleport facility on this outpost is I like this because it means that he has quick access to deal with any shenanigans from Hank in regards to probes landing to try to take this from him. Spy really needs to hang on to those production facilities. So having this teleport facility here means that he can teleport quickly to and from this facility. It's very nice. I think he still needs to have a teleprobe near it. Could be wrong. Would have been better to save the power and just keep a teleprobe on standby somewhere nearby, but I suppose with the ships coming in. Check on the galactic situation here. Nobody taking this listening outpost yet. Crucially, Hank has gotten a hold of his research outpost, whereas Savage has not. But Hank is going to be ahead on the research game. Nobody has gone for this random rocket base. Nobody's really explored middle. To see what both of these guys do. The Spectre is going to come out. Probably going to clear more Raiders. We do have Vengeances in the center system due to the presence of the strategic missile launcher. We'll provide some fire support there. Curious to see if either of these players managed to get a third outpost core from the trader. Hank has very crucially not built his trading port, whereas Savage has, so Hank has missed his trade opportunities. That's I wonder if that's a misplay by Hank, or maybe he's just forgotten. I don't know how long it's been since these players played the game. Seems like it could have been a while. Hank's not giving up though. He's got his goods factory down now. He's gonna have a good stock of carbon by this point. Unfortunately, don't have a way to know whether or not any of these players have promoted just yet. Let's track down Mr. Lance. There he is. Let's follow the adventures of Lance. I think he's trying to attempt to learn how to warp. Teleprobe gonna go right past him and line up to warp out of here. Exploration of Plarxis is finally gonna happen. Lance needs to press the J key to get out of here. Just trying to figure it out. There he goes. Savage gonna go get his ancient research outpost. Hank could be queuing up for a gateway probe rush. That's not a bad strategy. Although both of these, I know both of these players quite well. I know both of them prefer to defend until late game. and move in with cruisers or better. So I'd be very surprised if Hank went for Gateway Probe Rush here, and I honestly think it would be very effective. I don't think Savage would be prepared for a strategy like that, especially if it were to hit, say, his production outpost here. Instead of going for the main base, fighting all these oppressors head on, just go for the production facilities. Yeah, shut down the shipyards. Ain't getting mining outposts on more and more stuff here. Needs to get some outposts on these metal asteroids. Start mass producing that tritanium. Gonna be a very valuable commodity for him. Let's see. Has Lance died or gone home? It appears as he might have died. He did. You can see him back in the Tron facility, relaunching into his fighter. He's crashed into something. See what our favorite Executron gets up to now. Looks like he's going to continue exploring. What we got going on in the back lines here? A drone, mining drone control. Okay, deflector defense. Lots of teleminers. The solar power gonna make it very easy to get teleminers off the lines here, and he's gonna take full advantage of that. 3 more teleminers in a cloaking field gonna clone up. 2 teleminers in a cloaking field gonna come up on this outpost here with the help of those solar power arrays. Spy outposts very power efficient thanks to the ability to put the solar power buildings on them. Means they get more bang for their buck per outpost. Pretty nice. No advanced ships coming out of the shipyards yet. You do see a 3rd command outpost coming up for Savage. Spy faction very crucially needs to get those outposts up and use them to expand and expand fast. Hank has not remembered his. But he is instead building mass longbow. Early longbows plus shields, those are going to be pretty good against Spectres and Zeniths. Not so great against Vespers, but I don't think either of them has the resources to build Vespers quite yet. We're 24 minutes into this game here. No early game plays coming out from either of these players, which I kind of expected. I think we're going to see the holdout for the late game here. Eventually, one of these players, though, decides to start building a critical mass of some kind of ship and just pushes out. Gateway probe making its way to Hazron. Probably going to take this listening outpost. In oppositely, we have the teleprobe. Oh, no, wait, that's Lance. Lance making his way over towards this research facility here. Probably doesn't know how to dock, but that's alright. In this Zhaotan system, we're going to have the unknown ship come up. And it's going to be in Savage's back line. That's a pretty wild spawn for him. If he can get something in there to take advantage of that, it'll cost him a lot of micro time. Because Lance isn't really able to do anything with it. Especially in the interest of this 1v1. However, if Savage can spare the micro time to lead an assault through there, there's some good loot to be found in there for sure. Longbow's heading to Dolos for some reason. Maybe he's anticipating the wormhole tech here. Manned outpost made it into Vantish. Gonna get established. Probably back here somewhere, if I had to guess. Or maybe right here. Nice and central to all of these resources. Not that that matters as spy, that's just what most players tend to do. As spy, theoretically, he should send this as far away from the warps as possible. Give me 1 second. Apologies, you can hear some noise. Alright. Apologies for that. Check on something. Alright, let's see what these guys are doing. Zenith! We have Pulsator Zeniths with missile defense. Interesting. Can't remember if that'll deflect longbow shots or not. If they count. I know that's meant to be an anti-artillery. But I don't know if it actually works on the longbows or not. I suppose we'll find out. Surprised we don't see lightning weapons coming up here. Lightning weapons very good for dealing with any number of spammed units. Sending these specters into mid. Gonna start trying to clear some of this out, but he's gonna be hard pressed to get anything done with specters against marauders and a vengeance. 2 vengeances even. Yikes. That's a rough spawn for the protesters to fight through. Means neither of these guys are getting through mid anytime soon unscathed. Yeah, I'm gonna lose all of those for sure. Good bit of longbows coming up here for Hank. Gonna sit them at this warp. More mining outpost ships gonna get established. He's gonna take more of this nebula gas, these more of these metal asteroids. Yeah, Hank is just eco-scaling, it looks like, and he's gonna do pretty good with it. Again, lots of longbows in this system I have to wonder about. Kind of struggle to hit this such a small target here. It's kind of funny. Do the longbows kill the fighter before it gets into range? Kind of doubt it, honestly. Light weapon's gonna take care of it, though. Snap. Alright. Let's check on our galactic situation here. I wonder what these guys are waiting for. Yeah, it's going to get visited by protesters. Not many protesters, but protesters nonetheless. Still only a few military vessels out for either of these players. He's got a production outpost up and running. Ooh, looks like he might be going for a vehicle hit. He's got the giant gateway facility. I expect we'll see mech walkers getting produced at some point soon in that case. and a huge amount of Z11 bots with, I assume, tier 2 weapons on them. Gonna present a pretty credible force to the oppressors here. Although it looks like the oppressors have made it to self-repair. And probably level 2 or level 3 weaponry. Let's check on Lance. Where's our favorite Executron up to? Not in this system. Not in this system. Not in this system. Uh-oh. Where's she gone? In the base? Oh dear. Let's go, since these guys are taking their sweet time about making any moves here. Let's go check on our favorite Executron directly, shall we? Why don't we go see how he's doing? Wow, well, we've got a huge fork happening for Savage. He's decided he's taking no chances. Gonna put a bunch of resources and power into large defense turrets. That's interesting. Hello, players.
Hello.
How we doing?
Hey, what's up?
What doing?
What doing? Mr. Executron, where have you gone? Where have you?
I've been trying to land somewhere, but some purple bullies got to me.
Purple bullies got to you. Uh-oh. What do you think of Executron so far?
It's fun.
Fun? That's good.
Mhm.
That's good.
Research.
Is there any helpful tidbits you'd like from me while I'm here, since I'm free to offer you some control advice, perhaps?
So my fighter, how do do I have to find a specific place to dock it?
Depends on what you're trying to land with. If you're trying to land on like an outpost in space, yes, there are specific docking ports. If you're just trying to land on the asteroid, then no. So for anything with a docking port, you can either land automatically by flying near to the docking port, and I think it's K will initiate an auto docking process. Or my preferred method is to land manually, since landing manually works for both landing on the asteroid as well as landing inside outposts. Is you fly inside the outpost, into the port. Obviously, you're gonna want to slow down so you don't just smack into a wall, and then you press and hold Z. And your fighter will slowly lower to the ground, and you'll hear like a little animation, some steam coming off, and then you'll be able to press E, and you can just get out.
That is a strategic missile launcher.
It is. Speaking of which, I'm very surprised to see neither of you guys really went for like an early 25 minutes and under type of play. I kind of expected maybe like a bot rush out of Hank or out of Savage here. I'm curious. We'd love to know the thought process going on right now. Are we just holding out for late game?
At this point, kind of yes, but I mean, I don't know if you can see my system or not.
I can.
But oh well. Yeah, I've got some things cooking.
Cooking some.
Just put it that way.
Cooking some things.
Some,
okay.
Cooking some meth. Yeah.
Cooking some meth in the CEO office. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm gonna get demonetized. Oh no. All right. Well,
the fighting should happen soon.
I see.
Yeah.
The fighting should happen soon. Okay. I was just checking because I've been commentating over the expansion efforts here and there, and like kind of watching. I kept thinking, God, I'm gonna miss one of these guys sending a probe somewhere, and I keep tabbing out to the galactic map, like, where is it at? What are they doing? Where are the sons of bitches at? So I've also been.
Things will be happening in probably the next 30 minutes or so. I'll promise that.
The next 30 minutes. Oh God, it's gonna be a 2-hour match, isn't it?
I don't know. Hank's already sending probes in here.
It's all right. I can follow the adventures of Lance. It's not the misadventures of Flapjack. It's the misadventures of Lance the Executron. While I wait for you guys to do stuff, it's okay. We're making content, guys. It's fine. It's fine.
Love you, buddy.
We're
working on it. Okay.
It's okay. I know you guys just don't want my channel to do well. It's fine. I get it.
Yeah.
All right. I love you too.
We're actually here for your demise.
Yeah, you're actively contributing to my downfall. I get it. You're the one who goes onto every video and hits the dislike button.
Yes.
All right.
Like and dislike.
I will. I will let you guys focus on the match. I am going to go back to commentating and following the misadventures of Lance. Yeah, you guys enjoy.
Wait a minute.
I disconnected right as that happened because I wanted them to deal with that, because this is something that's happening right here. That is a gateway probe. Lance was freaking out there at the end because I think he saw it. Oh, but Hank didn't know that it's in there. He's got to move it. He's got to move it right now. Uh-oh. Vespers are cooking. He wasn't kidding. We do see some real fleet happening here. Let's see. What does Hank have anything to deal with Vespers? We see longbows. He does. Uh-oh. We see axioms with level 2 shields, max level matter beams, which are the blue xenon beams, and that 40,250 health. I have to imagine that's probably the thick armor upgrade, if I had to guess. Thick armor upgrade. Gateway probe landing, and that is going to be a lot of bots coming in. Uh-oh. Hank is just going to flood this with robots. Hold on a minute. First wave of Vespers is going to get off the field. They are max level gamma lightning bursts, red pulsators, and deflector beams. Those are going to be devastating to deal with, but Axioms are going to have plenty to say about that. If Savage is watching, he's going to blow up this research lab, but he may not be able to anymore due to the presence of enemy units. These turrets dotted around in here and just not going to be enough. Uh-oh. Losing this outpost at this stage of the game would hurt, but not necessarily be the end of the world. Research facility is going to blow up and take some stuff with it. Less bots here to deal with, but it doesn't look like these internal turrets have been upgraded at all. I don't know if they have it, but it's necessary to stop this. He needs to be manual controlling one of his turrets here for that improved fire rate, I think. Gonna slowly wear these guys out, though. Teleport's happening somewhere. There it is. And that's why he's got this teleport structure here. Savage gonna save his outpost here. Thanks, soldiers. Not gonna be up to snuff here. That was a big investment for Hank. Lots of ground forces went into that. And it looks like Savage is going to be ahead on the promotion as well. He's got some protester ships to deal with. In the background of this, though, protesters deal with back at home for Hank as well. Triple titanium refineries are up online and working. Double research on this command outpost. And a big, scary Axiom fleet has been produced. Now, I have to wonder what the resources look like for Hank right now. Does he have enough to back this up, or is this it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 Axioms. 9 Axioms is a force to be reckoned with at this stage of the game. However, I'm not sure that it can stand up to Vesper spam. The Vesper's going to be very effective against the Axiom's carriers, or against the fighter bombers coming out of the Axioms. And the Axiom's going to be not nearly as effective against the Vesper carriers. Just because lightning damage is going to kill all the fighter bombers from the Science vessels here. Lance, the hero, engaging this Freedom protester cruiser. Defenses at home have not been updated for Savage here, but with this many turrets, who cares? Very nice, neat, and pretty base Savage has built here. Protesters are going to get cleaned up. Lance going to do some flying around. Vesper's continuing to be produced, though I have to wonder how many he can support building at this stage of the game. I don't think he has very much titanium available to him. Axiom fleet is coming in. Flying overhead. And it looks like Hank is going to go straight for the kill with these as well. Going to warp into Barker. Nobody having taken this abandoned rocket base means these guys are going to get in for free, although the rocket base wouldn't do much to these level 2 shields anyway. What is Savage's response going to be here? It looks like he's just going to continue the production of these Vespers. I think he's going to kick off pretty quickly here. I had to go say something, huh? Teleprobes in the back line for mining. Looks like we have a pretty solid mining setup here. Axioms are going to thunder across this middle zone. They're going to kill all these protester units here. These poor vengeances are not going to know what hit them. Both players opting not to do any form of late or any form of early game harassment is interesting, especially coming from our spy player. But despite that, I think the spy player is actually at a very slight advantage here if he uses these Vespers correctly. Although I have to say, I don't think that meeting these Axioms headlong at this warp is the correct play. I think that is a good way to get these Vespers killed unnecessarily. He should group up and use their ability to launch or launch fighters and bombers. He has Zeogas refinery built, meaning Savage here, our spy player, is tier 3 and has all techs unlocked with the exception of the super ship, the Dark Star. Or the Black Star, I guess it's called. I like Dark Star better. Yes, Savage may not be aware. He hasn't taken his listening outpost, so no, he's not. I don't believe Savage... No, he does have it. No, he does have it. So he is aware. So he knows that this is coming in. He's choosing to sit here and meet it at the warp. Wonder about that. Maybe he just hasn't spotted it, I wonder. Microing back home, but it's got more Vespers being produced. Hank has only produced a couple more Axioms. It looks like his titanium costs are pretty high here. If Savage can take this fight correctly and secure a win in space combat here, that's actually going to put him in a huge advantage. Let's get in close to the action here. Watch this fleet warp in and take this combat. Science Forces is going to absolutely sweep the spy fleet aside with no losses. In fact, forget losses. He didn't even take damage. One ship missing 500 health or so, and that's about the extent of the damage Savage was able to incur here. Not looking good. Not looking good for Savage here at all, actually. Do something about this rather soon. More and more Vespers are going to pour in through the warp here. With the help of the fighter bomber abilities, they might be able to do something, but they should use that now. Like right now. Well, it looks like he's canceling the warp. Trying to get these guys out of here. Some of them are continuing to warp in, though. Misplay on this action, I think, again. Fighter Bomber's going to be coming out here a little bit late. Going to try to warp some of these guys out. It's going to lose at least one Vesper here for his trouble. Hefty damage being incurred on a second. Escapes. Escapes. And escapes. This is going to be a big fight. These Vespers are cheap compared to the Axioms, but there's a lot of Axioms. This is going to be a huge fight, actually. Vespers have the numbers now if he needs to launch these fighter bombers from all of his fleet. Where's the fighter bombers at? Vespers going up in smoke left, right, and center. They have the surround on the enemy, but is it enough? No Axioms have been destroyed yet. There goes the first one now. Chain Lightning going to incur some damage on these guys, passively at least. As these shields start to go down, a second Axiom's going to fall. Fighter Bomber's finally coming out of the Vespers now. Going to start contributing damage. Another Axiom goes down. Vespers still continuing to take losses here. Another Axiom goes down in the distance. 3 left out of this initial fleet. Make it 2. Make it 1. Make it 0. Savage is going to hold this engagement, and it's going to hold it pretty handily here. Mass Vesper are going to be more than enough to hold off this initial fleet. A wave of gateway probes coming in. Going to find themselves surrounded by a mass of fighters and ships. Not going to make it. Level 2 shields not going to be enough here against this many. Yeah. Gateway probe's going to get shut down pretty easily here. Alright. What is the follow-up here for science? Does Hank have a follow-up? He does. He's got more axioms coming in. 4 axioms there. Make it 5, 6. Some longbows. Back at home. Continued axiom production. I think he's suffering from a lack of tritanium. He has not built a 3rd outpost and set it up in any of these neighboring systems to reduce his mining time. So he's dragging really hard on getting additional resources brought into his base. Meanwhile, the adventures of Lance continue as the deflector defense starship keeps him alive for a little bit against these anti-tank turrets, but oof. Gonna eat an anti-tank shell directly to the dome. I feel the need to go comment on that and make fun of him lightly. We're gonna do that. Lance, how did that anti-tank round taste when it hit you in the teeth?
Yeah, that was
Goku, please tell me you caught the explosion of his troops on my space station earlier.
I did catch that. I actually thought you were in trouble for a minute, though. I forgot that you don't need a telebeacon, like a teleprobe nearby, if the teleport facility is attached. Or did you have a teleprobe nearby?
I had a teleport probe right next to the
teleprobe.
That outpost there.
Okay, yeah. I thought you were able to send a teleport without the teleprobe just because you had the teleport building set there. I was like, damn, that works. I didn't even know that, and I helped make this game. What the fuck? What the shit? I'm gonna have to start doing that. But no, you just had the teleprobe. But yeah, no, I liked the Control K on the building there to shut down that attack.
Yeah, it was kind of scary.
That was a little spooky. Oh, you heard me. My voice stop a little bit. I was like, that is a lot of science troops on that outpost. Mm-hmm. If Savage loses this outpost, that's probably game. Or it's certainly gonna not look good.
I think that will go pretty hard on.
Yeah. That's all right. I honestly only rejoined this voice chat to poke fun at Lance because I watched him fly into the anti-tank turrets on the strategic missile launcher, and then he it looked at him for a second, and then there was a puff of smoke, and he was atomized, and it was very entertaining.
It was
atomized. It was like watching the deflector defense tick down really, really fast, and I was like, he's gonna fly and land in next to these anti-tank turrets, and it's not gonna. Oh, Lance, I don't think that's gonna go very well. Okay, yep, he's gone. Let's go make fun of him in the Discord. And so that's exactly what I did.
I did it for the funny.
You're gonna miss out on a space battle if you don't.
I'm watching it right now. I'm looking at it right now. I'm gonna disconnect now. Let you guys get back to batch. I just came here to poke fun at Lance. That was funny. But yeah, this is shaping up to actually be kind of an interesting fight. So I'm interested to see where this goes.
Permanent brain damage from football will do that to you.
Oh God. All right, as Savage said, he did say he was cooking something. This is a lot of Vespers to contend with here, and Hank not utilizing his bombers, probably because he knows that the lightning damage would render them pretty useless here. I almost wonder if broadsword spam wouldn't be a more effective option. They're going to be cheaper, not as much health, but roughly the same damage in terms of hard points, and you can get a lot more of them in comparison to building these axioms. Yeah, there's a lot. There's a lot of Vespers, man. Now, it's worth noting, though, each Vesper has only 14,400 health, and I think that's with the thick armor upgrade, compared to the 40,000 or so health of a single axiom. Means that the axiom should actually be more efficient here. If I were Savage, I would be building a starfighter or two with the repair option, or even a Zenith or something. Slap the repair beam on it if you've got it unlocked. And get some of these Vespers healed up. If you can get these guys veteran status, they'll be doing more damage per shot. Gateway probe's going to come in here and land. Looks like they're going to take... Not the... Uh-oh. Wormhole technology has been acquired. This is going to be something. Let's go back and look at our land forces. Has Hank given up on the ship production? No, he's still continuing to build. Oh boy, we have max level axioms. This is a brutal game changer here. Axiom's now going to be devastatingly effective against these Vespers. Vesper's not going to stand a chance. Red Shield Axioms with max level Tryon beams coming out here, and in the meantime, we do have a force of Z11s being produced. And Wormhole Tech Gateway probes are going to come in here and land. Have landed. We have firestorms on the base and a huge mass of Z11s. Anti-tank turrets being slammed down. Bots on their way. Let's watch these mechs take this engagement against these turrets. Firestorm's going to be terrifyingly effective, I think. Oh yeah, it's going to be a pretty rough fight here. If I were Savage, I would be manual controlling one of these anti-tank turrets with a higher fire rate and using them to kill these mechs before they can get in and do serious damage. Meanwhile, small arms fire coming out here across the open field. You can see the teeny tiny little spy forces in the distance taking on this blob of science. Z11s. Not going to be enough though. It is a huge mass of Z11s. Mechs taking these turrets out pretty effectively. Let's take a look at our numbers here. We got 5 mechs left. They're going to get in here and kill the solar farms for Savage. Resonance Rebounder is up, preventing the use of any transgalactic lasers. Going to get reflected back at your opponent. Hopefully Hank knows not to go for that, at least not until this building has been killed. 5 mechs going to come up, start killing on these power. More anti-tank turrets getting slammed down in a panic, hoping to contain this threat here. Gateway probe was killed by a ship. Another 2 gateway probes coming out of warp here from the Barker wormhole. Gonna get set upon by these Vespers. Where are the axioms? There they go. Axiom's gonna start wormholing across now as well. Vespers are gonna be massively out of position here. Savage should recognize the fact that these gateway probes are here means that there's gonna be a fleet moving through the wormhole here. He needs to be prepped to meet them. I think Savage is on a time limit. These axioms are going to be horrific in terms of combat efficiency against these Vespers. Horrific for the Vespers, that is. They're gonna slaughter them. This is actually going to be a really, really rough fight for the Spy faction to take here. This is going to be an incredibly tough fight. Savage is going to find himself very quickly in trouble if he's not careful. Still dealing with these ground forces here. Probably got all of his attention on these. His own ground forces have been cleaned up, but he's got cyborgs out and about. Anti-tank turrets eventually going to be enough to clean this up. Yeah, there we go. Finally going to get this taken care of. Tank turret's going to also wail down these regular ground forces over time as well. Going to have more than enough firepower and AoE to deal with these guys eventually. There we go. Lost a couple turrets and a solar farm, but eventually this all gets cleaned up. Gateway probes have been shut down. We need to see a probe attempt out of Savage here, and we need to see it soon. I would be researching those stealth probes if I were him. Lance on an absolute mission here, trying to get a hold of this abandoned rocket base. Savage gonna now be privy to the fact that these axioms are coming in, and if he's looking at it, he's gonna hover over them and see what they have equipped, and probably shit himself a little bit if I had to guess, because those are gonna be terrifying to deal with here. Absolutely terrifying. He does have heavy space defense turrets, all with the long-range engagement option, the javelin weaponry. But I don't think that's going to be enough, to be honest. Yeah, this is going to be awful, actually, in terms of engagement cost. Savage should try to get Wormhole. Maybe he can follow up this attack. Send in some fighter bombers. Slow these guys down a little bit. He's got to do something about this, though. This many axioms is this game-ending threat. Supported with these gateway probes coming in with red shields. This is going to be actually terrifyingly hard for Savage to deal with. He's launching these fighter bombers. He needs to pull these Vespers away. They're not going to be able to do anything in the face of this. We're going to see these Vespers absolutely melt here in a minute. They're going to get vaporized. Lance probably looking up and wondering what in the hell is coming over his head right now. This is going to be an awful... Whoa, boy, we have max level Invigilators now coming off of the line for Hank. Hank gonna find himself in a very advantageous position all of a sudden. He was on the back foot, I thought, but that is no longer the case. Gonna take an absolute storm in the space combat. Let's watch these guys roll in. They're going to vaporize everything they touch. This poor Vesper in the back here is going to last a matter of seconds at most. Huge numbers of Axioms rolling in. Vesper already low health. There it goes. Gonna get melted and deal out absolutely no damage to the enemy. Vesper's trying to catch some of these Axioms unawares. Gonna succeed in cutting off the last few. Reflector defense gonna absolutely save Savage's bacon here. Is it enough, though? I don't think that it is. There's still so many. Neptune's now off the field wielding max-level torpedoes. Maybe he can still bring this back. We'll see. Not sure how I feel about the repair beam on these, but maybe it'll make the difference. 42,000 health for the Neptune means that he's matched in health now, compared to these Axioms, and he may not have the deflector defense, but he is going to repair in combat thanks to the repair ability. Could mean the difference here. We'll see. Could be too little, too late. Axiom's going to set upon this outpost and vaporize it at the earliest opportunity. Struggling to break the shielding here, taking losses for free. Vesper's still coming in from behind, attempting to stem the tide. Neptune's having a rough time of it, getting any kills here. Finally, we get some kills here. Vesper's actually going to clean some of these Axioms up in the back lines. Can Savage hold this? I would be deeply surprised if Savage manages to hold this, but he does have the defender's advantage. More reinforcements continuing to roll off the production line here. Ain't going to succeed in killing all the shipyards, though. That's going to be an end to the reinforcements now. Savage either holds here or loses, if I had to guess. Invigilator, don't forget, is on the way. Angry and full of hate. It's gonna tear through everything in its path. Neptune's starting to die here. Axiom's not being killed off too much. There goes the rest of the outpost. Gonna completely lose that production facility. That's unfortunate. Red alert being turned on back at home, so these long-range defenses that are in range can start taking pot shots at some of this. Invigilator in the back line. An imposing and rather terrifying threat. Axiom's suffering some attrition damage here. Lots of these are at low health, half health. Well, I say that, but it looks like only 3 of them have sustained any damage of any meaningful value. Vesper's going to start getting cleaned up now. They're no longer effective. A new production yard needs to get established for Savage, and it needs to get established right now. Check on the galactic map. Maybe we have a teleprobe play. We do. We have teleprobes with deflector defense moving to get on top of this. He does not have the wormhole technology. He needs to get it. And he needs to get it soon. He does have it. Teleprobe. Gonna move in here. Hoping to ambush Hank. Hank looks like he suffered some damage. My guess is an asteroid storm hit him pretty hard. Must not have been paying attention with all the other stuff going on. Axiom starting to take some attrition damage here, but the Invigilator is just an imposing 84,000 health monstrosity. Probably single-handedly capable of tearing through everything Savage has, I'm not gonna lie. Axiom's finally going up in smoke here. Does seem to be enough Neptunes being kept in the fight thanks to this healing. Another Axiom gonna die, trading out with a Neptune. Where's that teleprobe? In the system, hasn't been addressed. More Invigilators being produced, more Axioms being produced, not being sent into combat just yet. Defenses has upgraded for Savage. Gonna use them to start wearing some of these guys out, I think. That many Javelin rounds gonna be more than enough, I think. Gonna clean up this Axiom force. Okay. Axioms have been cleaned up. An Invigilator still roaming free. Probably gonna make its way into the back system here. Because he knows that's where the economy is at. Big Sauce coming in to observe. Gateway probe made it into the internals of Savage's base. This door is opening, allowing a tank turret to fire in through the open doorway and do huge damage to the forces there for Hank. That's hilarious. Mech's gonna get shut down here. Gonna manage to stem the tide. Just hanging in there. Where are the gateway probes? Moving into position. Units moving to the teleport. Teleport's at super low health. Hank trying to shut it down, it looks like, with those mechs. Wasn't able to manage to secure it. He could send in and sacrifice the Invigilator to get that kill on that with manual control. Looks like that might be exactly what he's doing. He's going to go try to shut down the teleport facility. Teleprobe still in position. Yes, it is. This is the deciding moment. Can Hank fend off this attack? Teleport coming in any second now. Could be using this Axiom. Launch the fighters out of this Axiom. Go deal with this teleprobe. Hank may not have seen it. Teleport's been initiated. They're in the base. Invigilator getting hunted down by the amount of fighters, turrets, and Neptunes. Eventually gonna be able to kill it here. And thanks to repair beam, these Neptunes are eventually gonna heal all the way back up. There it goes. The mighty Invigilator falls. Spy units moving to engage now. Ooh, got some unit glitching going on here a little bit. Hank is not in his office. Oh, dear me. Where has he moved himself to? Not in this outpost. He's not in this outpost. Hank CEO has gone off somewhere. I don't know where. Wow. Okay. Is he in there? I don't see him. He's in an outpost somewhere. Oh, Hank's dead. He must have been running off this way. Oh man, I have to ask these guys where the CEO is at.
Nice.
Hank, where was your
baby?
Ooh boy, Hank, where was your CEO at the end there?
I was trying to get him to the
Trade port.
I had a yeah, but I thought I had a fucking
Starfighter.
that was
Oh
in
man,
my station that was in my
dude,
system behind me.
that was actually a close fight because I thought for sure that Savage was dead to that Axiom fleet. I thought for sure he was dead.
Yeah, I heard him pretty bad. That's for sure.
Did you see the system over where I was building the Black Star?
I did not see where you were building the Black Star. Are you building the Black
Damn
Star
it.
somewhere?
Yeah.
Recording is still going. Hold on, let me observe. Where's it at?
Man, that gave me
Oh, I see
diarrhea.
it. That's
The kind of
great.
epic diarrhea that ancient bards wrote songs about.
Oh wow, so you had another. Oh yeah, see, I didn't even see this. I was focused on the main bases because I was like watching this combat to see if the main base was gonna go down, and I was watching Hank's base, the teleport. Well done, gentlemen. Unfortunately, Hank has lost the tiebreaker 1v1, so we might have to revisit this if Hank ever gets a redemption match at some point and see what happens.
Definitely revisit because that's.
All right.
I had the escape route.
I don't know. I think I need a new challenger. Hank's getting kind of boring.
Wow. Damn.
Your shit was clinched up.
Oh shit. Lance,
Actually, my CEO is on an entirely different station.
Lance, how was the miscellaneous misadventures of Lancelot through space there?
Not gonna lie, it was a lot of fun, but the worms.
The worms are something. Yep, we like the infestors. It's fine. It's not EA2 is not a horror game, and you can't prove it. All right.
Totally not.
Totally not. All right. On that note,
I had to turn on my fucking flashlight because I couldn't see shit.
On that note, we are gonna bid adieu to the video and YouTube. I will upload this a little bit later today, most likely. But hell, we might play another one, and I'll record that too. We'll just get a couple videos out today. Fuck it. But yeah, GG to both players. That was good. That was a good watch. I liked the combat in the last half. I'm not gonna lie, you had me going in the first half, where I was just like, okay, guys, I don't want to record you guys ecoing for the next 70 minutes. I already do that in bar as it is. Oh shit. All right. Well, good games.
We only ecoed for like 40 minutes or something like that.
I mean, that's kind of standard for EA2 late game play, though, if you're not going to do early game stuff. So, GG, and we'll see you guys in the next video. For YouTube, if you guys made it to the end, let me know if you want to see more videos like this, and we'll see you in the next one. Thank you for watching.
Mika!
Yo. All right.